Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here yet, please subscribe now. Today I wanted to share with you guys all my favorites when it comes to TVs, books, and podcasts. So summer entertaining is a major thing and you got to keep yourself busy and sharp. And I have a few favorites that I want to share with you guys. I love everything TV pretty much. But I have a few standout shows that I thought you guys might want to watch this summer too. First on the list is The Crown. I binge-watched it in less than a week. It's on Netflix. If you love Downton Abbey or you love period pieces, The Crown is about Queen Elizabeth, and it's an amazing show. It starts off a little bit slow, but it gets going really quickly. Then I just now finished Girl Boss, another one on Netflix. It's actually based on the book from Sophia Amoruso, who started Nasty Gal. And I was kind of on the fence about this one. I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm really interested in her or Girl Boss or that whole movement. But I watched it and it's really quirky and cute and very entertaining, and I actually finished it in like 3 days, which is crazy. I'm sad they're not coming back with season 2, but it's definitely a must-watch this summer. Number 3 on my must-watch TV list has got to be Parenthood. Have you guys watched that show? It's an amazing show. It's been on, I think, for a long time. It was on for years and years on one of the major networks, but I binged watched it on Netflix, and there's so many seasons and it's so good. It's such a feel-good show, and just a show that, like, I don't know, you can really relate to. I feel like everyone has their dysfunctional families, but also their families are their backbone and support. And it's a really cool show. I like that show a lot. I'm so late to the bandwagon, you guys, but I love Gilmore Girls. I started binge watching it probably last month, and it's taken me a long time to get through, but it's an amazing, amazing show. I am so desperate for it to come back, so I just watched the reunion series that they did with the 4 episodes, and it was so good. But now I want to go back and rewatch all the episodes again. That's how much I loved it. Last but certainly not least, this has to be my favorite show of the summer, Big Little Lies. It's worth it to get HBO on Amazon or on your TV just for this show. We did it on Amazon for just 2 weeks. I watched the show. I think there's 8 episodes all in, like, I don't know, the matter of like a 4-day period or something. It's ridiculous. Even with a child, I can binge watch these shows because I do it at night while I'm working. Okay, so next on my list, podcasts. I love listening to podcasts when I'm in the car. We all know there's crazy traffic in LA. This makes my drives much more manageable, and I also like to listen to podcasts when I go on walks or runs or work out. So I always have some sort of podcast playing, or maybe 2 at a time going, and then I just listen whenever they update with new episodes. But right now, I'm really loving listening to Damsel in Dior. She's one of my good friends, JC Dupree in LA. She's a big blogger, and I love her podcast. It's really funny. She cusses. She's just fun and cool. So that's a really good one. My other friend Julie Solomon, she's also an influencer and blogger and publicist in LA, and she started the Influencer podcast, and I have to say it's so meaningful and really inspiring. I love listening to it because it always gives me new ideas on how to run my business or how to think smarter, and you know, just how to really like branch out and think outside the box, because a lot of times I just sit here by myself all day like, what should I do now? Now on to like not my friend's podcast. I am obsessed with Up and Vanished. Have you guys seen this yet? It's so good. I love like Dateline and all that kind of stuff. So these cold case files are really interesting to me. And that one's about a teacher in Georgia that went missing, like, I think it was 15 years ago, something like that. And actually, because of the podcast, they found out who the killers were, which is so crazy. You have to listen to Up and Vanish. It's still going on right now. I think there's like 20 episodes, so there's a lot of them, and they're almost an hour each, but it's well worth it. You have to listen to it. Another one, since I loved Up and Vanish, I started listening to Undisclosed. Undisclosed founders, they started doing the follow-up to Serial Season 1, so Adnan's story. But this season that I'm listening to, the Season 2, is all about this guy, Joey Watkins, and he is in jail right now, wrongfully accused, supposedly, for murdering this guy in high school, and this was also in Georgia. So that's another one that's like a crazy mystery. He's been in jail for 15 years and they think he's not guilty, which is so crazy. So that one's really interesting. And then if you haven't listened to Serial Season 2, I know we all listened to Serial Season 1 with Adnan, but Season 2 is about Bo Bergdahl, and that is a guy that basically deserted in the army. It's a really interesting listen. I like that one a lot too. So that rounds out my podcast list. Now on to books. I'm a huge reader. I don't get to read as much anymore because I'm a mama now and I work. But whenever I go on little getaways or whenever I am in bed and have some energy at night, I open my book on my phone. That's where I download all my books actually. But I love girly books and I just love like interesting novels. And right now I'm reading Crazy Rich Asians and I'm obsessed. Every waking moment I just want to read the book. It's so interesting. I love also I'm obsessed. I don't know why. I think in my past maybe I was royalty or a servant to royalty, or I don't know what it was, but I love hearing about like royals and like socialites and that sort of social hierarchy. So this is all about that. You have to read it. Another one that I finished recently was Where'd You Go, Bernadette? It's really quirky and really funny and I really liked it. And then another one, I think it's the same author, is What Alice Forgot. Super funny and quirky too. It was like a page turner. I finished it in just a few days. One of my favorite books though of the past few months was Nightingale. If you love period pieces, this one is about Paris, but during World War II. So it's when the Nazis invaded Paris, and these two sisters and how they survive. And I just thought it was such a meaningful and touching story and very interesting and such a page turner too. And it made me cry a few times too. So, and then last but not least on my book list is First Comes Love. It's by one of my favorite authors, Jennifer Weiner. I've read every single book of hers, if you can believe it. I just love her writing. I think she's just so funny and self-deprecating and just, I don't know, just really like kind of feel-good books that are interesting stories too, but really light, fluffy reading that you can read on the beach. Emily Giffin is another favorite author of mine and she has similar books. I've read all her books too. So anyways, that's my book list. So I hope you guys enjoyed my must-watch TV, must-listen-to podcast, and must-read books for the summer. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure to subscribe below, leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram @TheStyleEditrix, and I'll see you guys next Thursday in a new video. Bye!